The soldier just woke up from a coma and discovered something terrifying. He found himself trapped in a smooth-walled chamber. But Rego clearly remembered being on the battlefield before he passed out, and the gunshot wound on his waist confirmed his memory wasn't wrong. Rego suddenly realized he might have been captured by the enemy. Fortunately, for some reason, his equipment hadn't been confiscated. He immediately drew his pistol and stayed alert, but after scanning the room for a while, he found nothing unusual. He then cautiously pressed his ear to the wall to listen carefully. However, the intense pain made it hard to endure. Rego quickly opened his portable first aid kit for a simple treatment, then took out his radio to call for help. Suddenly, he noticed a change on one of the walls. The once bare wall now had the words, "Give up," written in reverse. Seeing this, Rego guessed someone was secretly watching him. He loudly questioned the air, asking what they wanted, but was met with silence. When he turned around, he saw more words on the wall, now saying, "Abandon all hope." Before Rego could figure out what was happening, he felt the temperature in the chamber rising. Feeling hot, he quickly took off his clothes, but even that didn't relieve the heat. It wasn't until the heat wave hit him that he realized something was wrong. By then, it was too late. The soaring temperature turned the chamber into a sauna. Sweat dripped to the floor and evaporated instantly. Dehydrated, he knew he couldn't just sit there. He picked up his pistol and fired randomly, but it was futile. Soon, Rego passed out from the heat. After an unknown period, he woke up to find the temperature back to normal. He quickly grabbed his canteen to rehydrate, but before he could drink much, he felt unsteady. He saw items on the floor start to slide, and the next second, he was weightless, his feet leaving the ground. The chamber flipped wildly in all directions, tossing Rego around like a dice. Luckily, the chaos stopped after a while. But then he noticed something even stranger. The items that had been floating were now stuck in place as if frozen in time. Stunned, Rego quickly tried to use the radio to call for help again, but it was just static. Trying to send a message, he realized. He didn't remember the phone number. He took out his binoculars to observe the satellite phone hanging from the ceiling. As he checked the information, he used a knife to carve the number into the floor. Just as he finished, the phone rang. Although he didn't know who was calling, any contact with the outside world was a chance to escape. But getting the phone down was a problem. Rego quickly took off his shoe to try and knock it down, but missed. The shoe and phone hung there, unanswered, and the call ended automatically. Feeling frustrated, he suddenly felt cold and saw ice forming rapidly on the walls. Realizing what was happening, he quickly put his clothes back on, but it didn't stop the biting cold. Soon, frost covered his face, and he was frozen to the ground. Just as Rego felt he might freeze to death, the temperature in the chamber slowly returned to normal, and the satellite phone rang again. But he could only watch helplessly. Fortunately, the chamber started flipping again, and the items stuck to the walls fell. With experience from before, Rego managed to steady himself during the chaos and finally grabbed the phone before the flipping stopped. However, the call had ended due to no answer. He quickly found the missed call and dialed back. Soon, a woman answered on the other end.